How do you connect your laser printer to your computer just via the Ethernet cable so we don't have to keep on swapping out the USB? Let's do it. Make sure that you have an Ethernet cable plugged into your machine, is plugged into your computer, and that the machine's turned on. In the search prompt, search for CMD and press enter. In the command prompt, type ipconfig. You want to look at your Ethernet adapter and look at the default subnet mask, which is 255.255.0.0. And you can also look at the IP address right here. We want to find an IP address that's not in use, so I'm going to go ping, PING, 169.42.4.24. This computer IP address is 243, so I'm going to try 245. You want to make sure that it does not find anything. It says request timeout, so therefore this IP is good to use for my laser cutter, which is 169.42.4.245. So let's put that into the machine now. On the main machine display, what I want to do is go into settings. I'm just putting the middle button, and you'll notice that there is a setting called ipconfig. So I'm going to go into that, hit enter, and it comes up and it gives you IP address. That's the static IP address that you can use to communicate for the laser cutter. And you just make sure that it's on the correct gateway as well. So I wrote down my numbers here. My gateway, it should be the same. So it's 255.255.0.0. And I'm going to put in and try to use that IP that I already pinged, the 245. So I have entered that in, but I want to use and change the IP address to 245. It's on the same network. Okay, that's why you had to use ipconfig. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go back onto the computer and see if I can ping this IP address, so to see if it's communicating. Last time I pinged, it didn't find the information. I just press up on the arrow key and to get that IP address again, press enter, and you can see now it has a TTL. That's the time that it received the ping. That means that we are now communicating with that laser cutter, and I can just open up my laser cutter software and change the IP address. So let's do that now. I'm going to go up into Smart Carve. Okay, I open up Smart Carve, and what we want to do is look down in the bottom right hand corner under the control panel, and you'll see that we do have this setting called port. Click on port. You're going to get this dialog here, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a new machine on the network with our new IP address. So 169.254.8, and I want 245. I'm going to add that to the system and then hit connect. And it says valid port, and you'll see it turns green. That means that we're now connected to the laser cutter via the Ethernet cable. And you can just close that down. Now we can try to cut something. So I'm just going to put in a design circuit right here that I want to cut. I could cut right from this machine here by just hitting start B. But I like to just do the settings on the machine itself. But anything that now is on the screen is already loaded into the memory, into the system, onto the laser cutter. So if I wanted to cut this, I can just go onto the laser cutter and start cutting. Now you may want to know is, how do I know I'm going to be cutting or where? What you do is you hit the frame button, just verify that your CAD drawing is all, it's going to cut out that around that circle, and then we can start cutting. Okay, let's start the laser here. Turn up the power, and I just hit start pause and it should start cutting right there. You see it's cutting there. No USB disk, this connected to my computer via the cable. Thanks for watching this video. Hope it helped out. If you enjoy electronics or want to learn about how to fix electronics, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.